Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, legionnaires of all ages, welcome back to Wrestling with Your Thoughts. I am Nick the Geek. I am joined, as always, by my forever champion, the man who does not lose, the fantasy booking god of the internet. I'm joined by Jimmy. Jimmy, how the hell are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm rocking my new early Christmas present here. Dominic Mysterio, the greatest of all time. Yeah, I'm just ready to knock this one out of the park and get one of those perfect scores again, baby.
Okay, and Jimmy's opponent tonight is a man who we are quite familiar with from the Friday Night Review and from the Positively Awesome Wrestling podcast. One of our viewers and one of our great viewers. It is Harry. Harry, how the hell are you doing? How's wrestling been cheating you? And welcome to the show.
I'm good. I ordered my Christmas presents early, and they're on the way. And I was really kind of shocked last night. Oba won the NXT title last night from Ricky Sainz. I was really shocked at that.
Yeah, but if you think about it, just to wax it slightly, Cody doesn't want to beat his best mate, so they took the belt off.
Squash over.
I was thinking we were going to get Ricky versus Cody, though. I was thinking that.
Yeah, but Cody didn't want to just bury his mate on his first appearance on the main roster, so they've put the belt back on Oba. Now Oba's going to get buried on the main roster by Cody instead.
We're going to destroy him.
Oba can overcome anything.
Well, he is the mountain you cannot climb. Right, anyway, gents, I'm also joined by, well, a familiar face, a friendly face, and a face who was always here. I'm joined by the captain. Captain, how the hell are you doing? Are you ready to do some impartial judging for me?
Always ready to do some impartial judging. Normally, it being a football Sunday here in the States, only wild horses could drag me away. But you and Jimmy are those wild horses. So I am here and I am ready to go. Even got the old school bandana, got the blazer on. I am ready to enjoy some fantasy booking. I know these two gents are going to bring it.
Right. And we are joined by our dear friend from the Positively Awesome Wrestling podcast, Albert, Kid Justice himself. Albert, thanks for being here. How the hell are you doing? And are you ready to be an impartial judge? I know you've been Jimmy's co-host for about 2 years.
Harry's his buddy, too.
Listen, here's
the
thing.
Brought Harry to the show.
I knew Albert since 2018.
That's true.
Oh, okay.
That's true. So yeah. So it's a very. So here's the thing. I have to be impartial because it's my former, every week podcast co-host versus someone that's been following me since before I was even on Jimmy's podcast. Prior, when I was working with Dave Lee on the Dave Knows Wrestling podcast. So I have in no way, shape, or form can I be partial to one way or the other. I'm going to call it right down the middle, Daddy, just like Bill Alfonso, baby.
Let's just hope you don't bleed buckets like Bill did that night.
In that case, I'm going to quickly run
just
through the
keep
rules.
Beulah away
Anybody
from me
that is
now.
watching, specifically Ronald, knows what we're doing. Normally, this would be a 3-round show. But as Wrestling With Your Thoughts is no longer a monthly product, it is a when we can find an opponent product for Jimmy. He's beaten that many people. It's hard to find opponents.
Ready to lose.
You realize you are 21-0.
Oh,
It
shit.
was
Oh, no. Oh,
Right.
no.
No. I'm just throwing it in. Thank you for doing this, Harry, because it is virtually impossible to find people to take Jimmy on now because he's beating everybody.
Bro. Uh-oh.
He's almost Gorg level.
I like to
Harry,
throw
He's
my
beating everybody.
21
But to go through the rules. So this is a 1-round competition now. These gentlemen will be booking the Royal Rumble from 2026. Yes, for once, they aren't doing a pay-per-view from the past. They are doing a pay-per-view from the future. This is at Jimmy's request. He's been pestering me to do this for, well, pretty much since we started the show. You wanted to do this.
To be fair, we have done one future booking before,
We did.
and I got a perfect score out of you.
You did. You did. So we'll see what happens.
A different ball
Right,
game now, baby.
But they will be presenting the first 4 weeks of television before the pay-per-view and the Royal Rumble pay-per-view itself. Now, it is up to yourselves, gents, whether you do Raw and SmackDown or just Raw. Traditionally, Jimmy will just present Raw because, let's face it, SmackDown means nothing on the build-up to the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. It never has. So that is what we will be doing today. Who has got a coin? Who's got a coin?
I do not.
That isn't Jimmy or Harry.
I don't
Basically,
know.
all the judges, I did not come prepared. I don't have a coin.
I got
I have a
I
water
think-
cap.
No, it's got to be one of us, Harry. Sorry. You
I got a
can't-
coin. I got a coin.
There
I
you
got a
go, Cap.
coin.
Right.
Here we go.
Jimmy,
There we go.
You are the defending champ. Heads or tails?
I have an old-fashioned Lincoln Penny, now that they're no longer minting these in the U.S.
That's
I'll
right.
go with heads.
Heads it is. Cap, please flip the coin.
It is heads. Jimmy wins the toss.
First or second, mate?
You know I'm going first, baby.
Okay. Right.
Real quick, before I start.
Yeah.
I'm doing mine where I'm doing the program first.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm doing, and it's broken down Raw 1, 2, 3, 4, SmackDown, and all that. But I'm doing programs, and then I'll get to the Royal Rumble. That way you can hear the program from beginning to end and not get lost in all the other programs happening.
Okay, that makes sense.
I took that trick from someone. I don't remember who did
Right.
it, but it made more sense. So.
People in the comments, if I don't get to your comments straight away, I just don't want to throw off the guys competing by having stuff pop up on the screen all the time. But I love you. Thanks for being here. Jimmy, let me get my timer started. All right. Do you have anything you need to tell us before you start your booking? Any special circumstances? Any so on and so forth?
Yeah, I'll knock this one out. Nikki Bella, in mine, Nikki Bella won the title from Stephanie Vicaire at Survivor Series.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's the only thing that changed, but I had this written kind of before. I thought she was going to. And like I said, I'm doing it the way where I do the program, and then I'll do Rumble.
Okay. No worries, mate.
I'm taking
no
points
worries,
off already, Jimmy, for that horrible booking decision.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
trying to
terrible.
paint a clear picture for everybody.
Well, I think I know where the clear picture is going. So
What?
it might be Liv Morgan shaped. I don't know why.
What?
Okay, which I'm pretty sure Albert's not going to like either. So you might not be getting a perfect score here tonight, champ. Right.
I probably am.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, first program, week 1 on Raw. Adam Pearce announces that Asuka and Stephanie Vicaire will face off next week to determine the number 1 contender for Saturday night main event against Nikki Bella. Week 2, you get Asuka versus Kyrie. Asuka and Kyrie, with Kyrie at ringside, versus Stephanie Vicaire. I'm going through matches kind of quick because of time limitation here. But Stephanie wins after avoiding the Bellas trying to help Asuka, setting up Stephanie Vicaire versus Nikki Bella at Saturday night main event. Week 3 on Raw, Stephanie is being interviewed in the ring. She says that at Saturday Night Main Event, she's going to regain the world title. The Raw after Survivor Series, she vowed she would get to this position, and she fought hard to earn it, unlike Nikki Bella. Nikki interrupts. She stays on the stage. Nikki says Stephanie hasn't earned a damn thing, and compared to her, she is nothing. Also, I forgot to add, at Survivor Series, the way she won, they used twin magic, where Brie Bella and her switch places under the ring. So Brie Bella is in the fold here. Nikki says Stephanie hasn't earned a damn thing, and compared to her, she is nothing. She is lucky that Nikki is even giving her another match. She then says that fans don't even care for her. If it wasn't for that stupid move of yours, and yes, you know what I'm talking about, if it wasn't for that, you wouldn't even be on TV. So get ready for a reality check this Saturday. At this time, Brie Bella tries to attack Stephanie in the ring from behind. Stephanie avoids it and ends up taking Brie down with a super kick. Nikki starts to make her way to the ring as Stephanie grabs Brie by the hair and sets her up for the devil's kiss. As she grins at Nikki. Nikki tells her she better not do that. Stephanie goes on with it, and the crowd goes crazy. Nikki is furious. Stephanie lets go of Brie, and she rolls out of the ring as Nikki checks on her. End segment. Saturday night main event, which is 1 week before the Royal Rumble. It is Stephanie Vicaire versus Nikki Bella. Brie Bella is nowhere to be found during this match, and commentary puts over how suspicious it is multiple times. Vicaire dominates most of this match. As she goes for the devil's kiss, Brie Bella appears from under the ring and pulls her sister out to avoid the move. Vicaire exits the ring to chase after Brie. Brie goes back under the ring, and Vicaire follows. Nikki then follows as well as the referee looks all sorts of confused. Brie makes her way out and then into the ring. The ref notices that it's Brie and not Nikki and tells her to leave. Vicaire then comes out and enters the ring. She grabs Brie's hair from behind. Nikki now makes it out from under the ring, and she has something in her hand. She enters the ring, but Vicaire realizes it and turns around, and she lets go of Brie. Nikki drops because she's in shock. Vicaire then looks back at Brie, who is now exited the ring with the ref's attention, and Nikki comes from behind again, and this time she rubs powder in Vicaire's eyes. She then hits Vicaire with her X Factor and pins her. Brie comes up and holds Vicaire's feet down with the ref without the ref seeing it. 1, 2, 3, winner and still champion Nikki Bella. Week 4 at Raw, Stephanie Vaquero storms out to interrupt the Bellas celebration. They leave the ring and exit into the crowd. Stephanie grabs a microphone and says that she is here to wrestle. It's very clear that you two are here to play games. So I just got done talking with Adam Pearce, and he says that I get to play a game with you at the Royal Rumble one more time and a no disqualification match for the world title. There will be no twin magic, only twin bashing. See you Saturday. She drops the mic as the Bellas stand in the crowd scared. That's the end of that program. Second program. Raw, week 1. CM Punk comes out and says that he and Cody have been given the power to offer up an amazing opportunities to someone in the back. At the Rumble is all about earning an opportunity, but the gift that they are about to do is an awesome one because they are being given the chance to choose who they defend their titles against at the Rumble. And whereas this may seem like it would be easy, it's actually not because there's a long list of individuals that he thinks are deserving. He starts naming people on the Raw roster. He is interrupted by the Vision. They stop at ringside, and Braun says he can't help but wonder why his name wasn't mentioned. Is it because you're scared, Punk? Braun and his goons laugh at Punk, and Punk says, no, that's not it. I said deserving, and that word just doesn't associate with you or any of the people you're with. Braun says, okay, you may think I don't deserve a shot at the title, but you definitely deserve what's about to happen to you. The Vision all jump on the apron. Punk acts like he's about to stand his ground, but the second they start to enter the ring, Punk backs out, rolls out, and chuckles. Braun is seething mad. End segment. Week 1 SmackDown. The show opens up with Heyman and Breakker leading the way to the ring, holding the WWE title, with Logan and Reed coming from behind, dragging a lifeless Cody to the ring by his ankles. They pick Cody up and throw him into the ring, and then Heyman grabs the mic. He says that what is happening right now is CM Punk's fault. If he had only obliged his client with what he deserved, Cody would not be in the position he is in now. So since Mr. Brooks wants to make things difficult, our hands have been forced. So with whatever life Cody has left in his body, I do hope he makes the right decision with the ultimatum he has been given here tonight. So, Mr. Son of a Plumber, since you have the power to pick your opponent for the Royal Rumble, do you graciously accept Braun Breaker's request to take that spot? Logan and Reed pick Cody up to his knees as Heyman holds the microphone to his lips. Cody slowly lifts his head and tells them to go to hell. Breakker now gets involved, grabs Cody by the throat, but before he can say or do anything else, Cody spits blood all over him. Reed and Paul pick Cody up to his feet as Breakker hits the ropes and nails Cody with a spear. He then points to the top rope, and Bronson beelines for the ropes. Aldis starts to make his way to the ring with security, and Heyman stops him. He says that for every security guard that steps foot in this ring, Mr. Reed over here will deliver your precious champion a beautiful tsunami. As he finishes up, Reed jumps off the top to land a tsunami on Cody. Heyman says that one's on the house. Aldis calls their bluff and instructs the security to go. 2 of them hit the ring and are taken out immediately by Breakker and Logan. Reed goes right back to the top and lands another tsunami as Aldis then stops the other security from going in. Heyman lets Aldis know that he is now an accessory to this along with Punk. Reed hits another tsunami on Cody. Breakker takes the microphone and says he'll be back next week for his answer before throwing the title on Cody. End segment. Week 2 on Raw. Viking Raiders and the Creed Brothers are having a match that gets ended in no contest as the Vision hits the ring and takes out all 4 men. Heyman takes center stage once again and once the rig is cleared. Punk, what you just saw here, your fault. SmackDown, your fault. And whatever happens next, your fault. And it will continue to be your fault until you make the right decision. Your request is easy to understand, and it's very reasonable. Give Mr. Breakker here a shot at your World Heavyweight Championship at Royal Rumble, and all this can stop. You are now on the clock, and that clock is ticking awfully loud. We come back from commercial break, and Adam Pearce goes to Punk's locker room, who is taping up his wrists. Pearce thanks him for not falling for the bait. Punk says, don't thank me yet. Pearce insists that he just pack his bags and leave to stop this from escalating. Punk says he won't give in to the threats, but he's not going to sit back and watch it go down. Pearce reminds him of what they did to Cody and insists, again, to please just leave. They will back down if you're not here. Punk gives in, and he hesitates, but he gives in, grabs his bags, and leaves. After the main event, where Dirty Dom successfully defends his title against Jey Uso, the Vision make their way to the ring. Dom dips out and runs through the crowd as they enter the ring, and they destroy Jey. Breakker screams into the camera that this is your fault before hitting Jey with another spear. End show. Week 2 SmackDown. Aldis is waiting in the parking garage with about 20 security. A black SUV pulls up, and the windows roll down. Heyman asks what this is all about. We're just here to check on Cody Rhodes. Aldis says they can't because he's not here tonight due to what you did last week. Heyman looks back to the others in the SUV and says that they will have to try again next week. He then rolls the window up and skirts off. End segment. Week 3 on Raw, Pierce enters the Vision's locker room and lets them know that Punk has been instructed to ignore all attempts made by you here tonight. He also instructed me that he has made his decision on who he'll be facing at the Rumble, and he'll do it later tonight. Heyman asks who, and Pierce says that it's not going to be you and Breaker are not going to be happy. Breaker gets in Pierce's face and says that he doesn't think Punk is going to be happy with my response. End segment. Later in the evening, AJ Lee is in the ring declaring her entry into the Royal Rumble. In the middle of her promo, she notices that Logan Paul, Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, and Paul Heyman are all coming out from the crowd and down the ramp to circle her. They all slowly get in onto the apron and make their way into the ring. As they step foot in, all of a sudden Punk comes sliding in, no music, just balls to the wall to the ring, chair in hand, and he goes after the Vision. He gets a few licks in before the numbers gain up on him. Bronson then takes AJ Lee, puts her in the corner, and stands between her and Punk as he's getting pummeled. As they get him down, Braun Breaker then says, "I'll cut right to the chase. Do you accept?" Punk hesitates. He then looks over at AJ and then back at Heyman and Breaker and says, "I can't wait to beat Braun Breaker's ass at the Royal Rumble." They toss Punk face first down and then leave the ring. AJ comes over to console Punk. End segment. Week 3 SmackDown. Cody barges into Aldis' office and says he's made his decision. He wants Braun Breaker. Aldis says that first, welcome back. Second, I don't think that would be a good idea because of those ribs. And third, it doesn't really matter because CM Punk has already requested for Breaker and he got it. So his hands are tied. Bronson and Logan are free game, though. Cody says he wants the head of the beast. Aldis says sorry. Cody storms out of the office. End segment. Later in the evening, as Cody is leaving, seething mad still, Nick Aldis stops him and says he just got off the phone with someone and has a bit of good news. So if Cody doesn't mind, please come to Raw this week and we'll get it all square away. Cody says sounds good. End segment. Week 4, Pierce and Aldis share the ring to open the show. They invite Punk, Cody, Breaker, and Heyman only to join them in the ring. Leave the other members of the Vision in the back. They all make their way out. They informed, not Logan and Reed. They're informed that if anything goes south here tonight, nobody is going to get what they want. Pierce says that last week, Punk vs. Breaker for the world title at Rumble was made official, and that will stand. Punk nods his head while staring a hole through Braun, and Cody turns around in disappointment. Aldis takes over and tells Cody not to fret because he will also be defending his WWE title against Breaker at the Royal Rumble. Breaker snaps as Heyman says he can't wrestle twice in one night. That's not fair. Cody is now cracking his knuckles as he stares a hole through Breaker as well. They say he will not be wrestling twice in one night. He will be wrestling one match, and it will be a triangle match against both Cody and Punk. Breaker is still pissed. Pierce explains that if Braun just so happens to win, though, he will win the title from whoever he pins. But this is not a scenario where Punk or Cody have anything to gain other than getting their hands on Breaker. So there should be no animosity here because neither one of them can win the title from each other. Also, Bronson and Logan are banned from ringside, and if they do show up, the match ends in no contest, and Breaker will never get a shot at these two men again. Breaker is now fuming, and Heyman is appalled. Adam Pearce says, and that is official. End segment. Backstage, as the Vision is making their way out of the building, Bronson is saying to Paul, this is not what the plan was. You said. Heyman cuts him off and says, I know what I said, but this is now out of my hands. Aldis then stops them to inform them he can't wait to see them at SmackDown because they are been booked for a match because Logan and Reed have been booked for a tag match against CM Punk and Cody Rhodes in the main event. See you on Friday. End segment. Week 4 SmackDown. Logan Paul and Bronson Reed get to the ring with Heyman. CM Punk makes his entrance. Cody then makes his. But as he's in the entryway doing his whoa, the pyro goes off and Braun Breaker comes out of nowhere with a spear to Cody and his damaged ribs. Punk sees this and turns around just in time to see it's a trap, and he gets hit with a right hand from Logan Paul. Breaker rips off the tape on Cody Rhodes' ribs and starts to strangle him in the entryway with that tape. Bronson Reed hits a tsunami on Punk. Breaker takes Cody's belt and then walks down to the ring as Logan Paul and Braun Breaker dump CM Punk out. He enters the ring and Heyman hands him Punk's title. Braun Breaker holds both titles above his head as the show ends with Bronson Reed in the back eyeballing both the titles. End show. End program. Program number 3. This is both Royal Rumbles. Each brand will have a 10-man battle royal and a 10-woman battle royal, and the winners of each of those will face each other one-on-one to determine who gets the number 30 spot. Judgment Day are talking backstage about the Battle Royal. Only one of them are allowed to represent the team. Dom says he'll do it, but Finn asks why. You've already got 2 belts. Maybe share some of the wealth. Dom mentions that Finn had gold, but he lost it. Finn bites his tongue for a moment and then switches it to remind Dom, hey, you're the greatest IC champion of all time, the greatest luchador, the greatest Mysterio of all time, and you beat John Cena in his last ever title match. Do you really need the boost as much as I do? JD says that's a good point, and Dom thinks about it and says, yeah, I guess you are right. You can have it. Roxanne then suggests that they vote to see who should represent the women. Liv looks unpleased, as everyone else thinks it's a good idea. JD and Vin vote for Raquel. Nobody votes for Roxanne, and Roxanne, Dom, and Liv actually vote for Liv, much to Liv and Finn's surprise. Liv will represent the women. Finn says he'll go to Adam Pearce now, and he'll let them know the news. Finn goes one way, Roxanne, Raquel, and JD go another, and Liv and Dom stay. Liv tells Dom that he should go to Pearce and tell him that you deserve that spot. Dom agrees and walks off, end segment. Ray is talking with Adam Pearce, thanking him for the opportunity. Dom interrupts and face palms Ray to the side. Dom tells Pearce that Judgment Day has decided that he'll be representing the men and Liv will be representing the ladies. Pearce says he knows all about Liv being in the ladies' battle royal, but Finn told me that he was going to be in the spot, so that's not going to work. Dom snickers, and then Finn also told me that you were so confident in yourself that you volunteered for the number 1 spot in the Royal Rumble. Dom yells out as Ray chuckles. He tells Pearce he didn't say that, but Adam lets him know there's nothing he could do at this point. His hands are tied, and that is official. Dom storms out as Pearce and Ray exchange in the background, both grinning. Raw Men's Battle Royal. This is week 1. Sheamus, Kofi, LA Knight, Logan Paul, Gunther, Finn Balor, Sheamus, Rusev, Jey Uso, Rey Mysterio, Roman Reigns. This is real quick, too. Gunther eliminates Kofi. Roman eliminates Rusev. Roman eliminates Logan Paul. Knight eliminates Jey. Gunther eliminates Sheamus. Dom shows up at ringside and distracts Ray with the AAA title, basically teasing him with it. Finn comes from behind and flips Ray over the ropes, but Ray holds on. As Finn struggles to get him over, Dom jumps up to help, but he pulls both men over. Ray and Finn are both eliminated. Gunther then eliminates LA Knight. We get down to Roman and Gunther. Roman goes for a Superman punch, but is chopped out of the air. Gunther picks him up to go for a powerbomb, but Roman hits a backdrop reversal. Roman hits the ropes to come back for a spear as Gunther gets to his feet, but Gunther kicks him upright. Gunther goes for another chop, but Roman ducks, hits ropes, and comes back with a Superman punch. Gunther staggers to the ropes, and Roman charges, but Gunther drops down and pulls the ropes, and Roman goes to the apron. Roman punches Gunther once, then twice. He goes for a third, but Gunther blocks it and chops Roman. Roman staggers, holding on for dear life, gasping for air. Gunther backs up and then comes back with a big boot, and it sends Roman to the ground. Winner, Gunther. The crowd is stunned. Roman is beside himself.
10 minutes left, Jim.
Gunther taunts him. Roman tells him, you got lucky, end show. What was that? What'd you say?
10 minutes left.
Okay. SmackDown Battle Royal. Chelsea, Charlotte, Alexa, Julia, Nikki, B-Fab, Michin, Nia Jax, Sol Ruka, and Kiana James. Nia eliminates B-Fab. Nia eliminates Michin. Nia eliminates Kiana. Charlotte eliminates Nikki. Sol eliminates Alexa. Sol eliminates Julia. Charlotte and Sol team up to take on Nia. They get Nia on the apron. She shoves Charlotte, pulls Sol over. Charlotte charges back, misses the big boot on Nia, and hits Sol. Sol's eliminated. Nia grabs Charlotte, pulls her over. She goes for a headbutt. Charlotte chops her. No, she goes to chop. Nia headbutts her. She picks her up for a slam, but Charlotte slips over her back, lands on the apron and throws Nia into the post. Nia falls. Charlotte starts to celebrate. But as she's celebrating, Chelsea slips back in the ring from the other side, runs over and shoves Charlotte to the ground. Winner, Chelsea Green. Raw Women's Battle Royal. Asuka, Becky, Liv, Lyra, Bayley, Rio, Io, Maxine, Natalya, Ivy. Becky eliminates Lyra. Maxine eliminates Natalya. Maxine eliminates Ivy. Liv eliminates Maxine. Rhea eliminates Asuka. Bayley eliminates Io. Rhea eliminates Bayley. Liv and Becky eliminate Rhea, and then Liv eliminates Becky. Liv Morgan celebrating the ring, and then Roxanne just joins her, and Liv looks confused. End show. SmackDown Men's Battle Royal. Montez, Miz, Mello, Priest, Orton, Drew, Sami, Solo, Phoenix, Jacob. Fatu eliminates Miz. Drew eliminates Phoenix. Orton eliminates Solo. Fatu eliminates Priest. Drew eliminates Mello. Montez eliminates Drew. Sami eliminates Montez. Sami eliminates Fatu. As Orton is cooling up to hit Sami, Solo reappears and spikes Randy with the Samoan spike and then leaves. Sami then eliminates Orton unbeknownst to what happened. Winner, Sami Zayn. On Raw, Dom and Liv approach Judgment Day. And Dom asks why Finn screwed him over. And then Finn says, hey, you cost me the thing. And Dom says, maybe if you wouldn't have needed my help, it wouldn't have happened. Roxanne then Liv stops him and says, we have to stay on task. We have a big night still ahead. And then Roxanne chimes in and says, yeah, Liv has a big important match. We need to stay focused. Main event, Liv Morgan versus Chelsea Green. Liv dominates most of this match. About 7 minutes in, Chelsea is singing, pleading in the corner for Liv to leave her alone. Alba tries to get in the ring, but the referee stops her. Roxanne then grabs the Green's U.S. title and slides it in the ring. She signals for Liv to take it. Liv says no. Roxanne jumps on the apron and continues to point to the title, telling her to use it. Liv insinuating that she doesn't need that or her help. This allows Chelsea to get up, grab Liv from behind, and hit the Unprettier on the belt. Green throws the belt back at Roxanne, who catches it and then pins Liv as Alba points to the ref. The ref turns around 1, 2, 3. Chelsea Green wins the number 30 spot. On SmackDown, Sammy cuts a promo backstage. He says it's his time. He's tired of waiting. He's tired of being the underdog. He's tired of being this close. He beat Gunther before, and he'll do it again tonight, and then he'll go on to win the Royal Rumble so he can main event WrestleMania and finally become what he was put on this earth to do, and that is become the world champion. He storms off after getting himself fired up as his music hits, and he makes his way through Gorilla and out to the ring. Sammy versus Gunther, an even match that goes back and forth. 22 minutes in, and Gunther has the advantage. He chops Sammy, who stumbles back but refuses to go down. Another chop that buckles Sammy to one knee. He pauses and gets back up, fired up, and begging for another. Gunther goes for another, but Sammy ducks and grabs Gunther to hit him with an exploder suplex into the turnbuckle. He stomps to the opposite corner, signals for the hula kick, and charges. But as he comes in, Gunther ducks his head, picks Sammy up, and power bombs him with the reversal. He quickly picks Sammy up and hits him with another more impactful powerbomb before locking in the sleeper. Sammy is out cold. Gunther wins, and he will be the number 30 spot in the Men's Royal Rumble. Program. We are now at the Royal Rumble, Men's Rumble, and again, it's bullet point. Number 1, Dominic Mysterio. Number 2, Chris Jericho, his return. Number 3, Ethan Page. He teams up with Dom to double Jericho. LA Knight, he comes in and helps Jericho even things up. Number 5, Grayson Waller joins Dom and Page. Number 6, Montez Ford eliminates Waller immediately. Number 7, Sheamus. Number 8, Obafemi. He eliminates Sheamus. He eliminates Ethan Page. He takes everybody out and stands tall as his clock starts to tick down, waiting for the next person. Number 9, Jacob Fatu. He battles with Oba. Number 10, Rusev. Now a 3-way battle with Fatu and Oba. Number 11, Braun Strowman comes in with the return. Braun Strowman comes in. He power slams Fatu. He power slams Rusev. He then gets slammed by Obafemi before Oba picks him up and literally manhandles him over the top to eliminate Strowman. He then sidesteps an attack by LA Knight and eliminates LA Knight. Rusev is getting to his feet, and Oba picks him up and throws him out as well, eliminating Rusev. Number 12, Jevion Evans. Evans shows up, springboard clotheslines to Oba, but Oba doesn't fall. He hits a big drop kick, which sends Oba reeling. Evans then hits the ropes and comes back with a crossbody, but gets slammed to the mat. Dom, Jericho, and Montez, the only ones left, and they jump up and all beat down on Oba to even things out. Number 13, Damian Priest. As he gets in, Dom asks Priest to help with Oba. Priest looks down at Oba and then clocks Dom. He grabs Montez and tosses him out, eliminating Montez. Number 14, Finn Balor. He helps Dom up and they jump Priest, leaving Jericho and Evans trying to neutralize Oba. Number 15, Jey Uso. He spends his entire 2 minutes yeeting with the crowd. Number 16, Santos Escobar. Number 17, Penta. Hits all his offense on everybody. Dom and Finn eliminate Priest. As Finn is laughing, Dom grabs him and tosses him out as well, eliminating Finn. Finn can't believe it. Dom shrugs his shoulders and smirks before walking into a Mexican destroyer from Penta. Number 18, Rey Fenix, face-to-face with Penta before they both start double-teaming everybody. They try it on Oba, but he brushes one kickoff from Penta, grabs Fenix by the back of the head, and throws him out. Fenix is eliminated. Penta jumps on his back, but Oba grabs him from over his shoulder and slams him to the mat. He then picks Penta up and eliminates him. 19, Aleister Black. He comes in and gets face-to-face with Obafemi. Santos tries to interject, but gets a black
3 minutes left.
Oba and the Aleister battle. 20, Sami Zayn. 21, Carmelo. 22, Logan Paul. He waits for an opportunity to strike. He slides in and runs up behind Jericho, but Jericho is able to reverse it and throws out Logan Paul. Paul is furious. He slides back in, spins Jericho around, and KOs him with the brass knucks. He is then forced to leave. As he's being forced to leave by the refs, Jey Uso eliminates Dom, but nobody sees it. Dom slips back in and gets away with it once again. And as the refs finally turn back around, Dom comes in and eliminates Jey Uso from behind. Jacob Fatu eliminates Santos. Solo Sikoa at number 23. He enters and starts spiking everyone. It comes down to him and Oba, and he plays buddy-buddy with him as the clock starts to tick. 24, Roman Reigns. Oba shoves Solo to the side as he wants the big dog. As Roman is getting in the ring, Solo comes over and spikes Oba. He then raises the one for Roman Reigns as if they're still buddies, and Roman hesitates before punching Solo a few times. Superman punch, and then eliminates Solo. 25, Bronson Reed goes right at Roman. Oba is back up. He eliminates Melo. He eliminates Evans. Jacob Fatu then comes from behind and finally eliminates Oba. Number 26, Rey Mysterio. He hits the ring and Dom rolls out. Rey and Jericho team up on Aleister Black and eliminate him. As they thank each other, Dom re-enters and throws Jericho over and eliminates Jericho. 27, Drew. He helps Bronson with Jacob and Roman. Sammy and Rey are beating down Dom. 28, it's John Cena. Everyone is shocked. They stop. They look. It's R-Truth. He runs to the ring, slides in, starts hitting everybody. He ends up hitting Jacob with the suplex to set up the 5-knuckle shuffle. As he comes back to dust the dart off his shoulder, Dom comes from behind, grabs him, and throws him out, poses to the boos. 29, Randy Orton, RKOs everybody. He tries on Roman, but he gets shoved away into Drew, but he turns that into an RKO on Drew. Number 30, Gunther. Roman immediately turns his attention to Gunther as Gunther slowly makes his way to the ring and onto the apron. RKO to Roman. Gunther attacks Randy. Fast forward. Gunther eliminates Randy. Roman has fought back against Reed, but as he turns to go for the ropes to do a spear, Gunther is there for a big boot. Ray attacks Gunther, but is slung off effortlessly. Some stuff happens. And Gunther is over the top, gets caught up. Roman is back up and clotheslines Gunther over the top rope, but gets caught up, and they both tumble over, but stay on the apron. They get up fighting. Bronson runs over to splash. Gunther sees it and drops down to the apron, and Roman gets hit and falls down to the mat. Roman is eliminated. Reed taunts him as Gunther smirks and says, I guess I got lucky again, huh? Gunther, Bronson, Drew, Dom, Ray, and Sammy are left. Sammy eliminates Drew. Gunther and Sammy battle. Dom and Ray are side by side and realize they might need to help each other against Reed. Dom looks disgusted, but as Reed runs at them, instinct kicks in and they both drop kick him in the knees. They get up, look at each other, and then hit the ropes for a double 619. Ray climbs on the apron and hits a springboard attack to Bronson to down him and then tells Dom to go up. Dom goes up.
5-minute overtime starts now.
Splash. Dom gets up and looks to his dad. After a few moments, he shoves him away just in time to stop him from getting a boot from Gunther. Dom takes the boot. Gunther then grabs Bronson and eliminates him. Ray attacks. Sammy jumps in. Dom gets up and jumps in as well. They all beat down Gunther. They go get him on the ropes, and Dom instructs him to hold him as he goes to hit the ropes. But as he goes to the ropes, Ray follows him and clotheslines Dom over, eliminating him. Dom screams, "You're supposed to be my dad." Ray shrugs his shoulders. He then goes back to Gunther, who has broken free of Sammy. Ray goes for a springboard attack, but Gunther catches him and slams him down. He then picks him up and throws him over. Sammy and Gunther battle for 5 minutes, but it ends up with Sammy getting put back to sleep, being picked up and slung over the top. Winner, Gunther. Women's World Title match, Stephanie Veracruz versus Nikki Bella. I'll just get to the end here. I'm running out of time. They try to handcuff Veracruz, but she ends up slipping out, and she ends up handcuffing them together. She then dominates from there because it's impossible for them to do anything with their handcuffed right and left hand together. She hits a double devil's kiss on them before doing the corkscrew moonsault on both of them. She stacks Brie on top of Nikki and then pins them 1, 2, 3. Winner, new champion. Women's Rumble: 1, Blake Monroe; 2, Bailey; 3, Nia Jax; 4, Jordan Grace; 5, Lash Legend; 6, Rhea Ripley. You know what? I got to go through these because I'm running out of time. 24, Becky Lynch comes out. Becky Lynch comes out at 24. 25 is Charlotte Flair. Becky welcomes the fight. 26, AJ Lee. Becky is scared. 27, Bianca Belair. Becky is shocked. Bianca takes out everyone and eliminates Becky. Eliminates Soul. Eliminates Tiffany. Roxanne Perez is number 28. Number 29 is Alba Fire. And number 30 is Chelsea Green. Liv eliminates Io. Raquel and Roxanne eliminate AJ. Rhea eliminates Charlotte. Bianca eliminates Alba. Rhea faces Chelsea. They turn their attention to Rhea eliminates Chelsea. The Judgment Day, it's the 3: Liv, Roxanne, and Raquel versus Rhea and Bianca. Liv and Roxanne eliminate Rhea. They then Liv goes to help Raquel. Raquel and Roxanne turn on Liv and eliminate her. Bianca then eliminates Roxanne, and then she ends up overcoming and eliminating Raquel to end up winning the match. And Bianca Belair is the winner of the Women's Royal Rumble. Triangle match. Man, I had a doozy here, but I have to go through it again. There's a Punk and Cody are on the same page.
2.5 minutes, plenty of time.
How much? How much?
2.5. 2.5.
Punk and Cody are on the same page at the beginning of this match. But as the referee regains order, because Braun started on the outside because Cody and Punk couldn't figure out who was going to start the match off. So Braun went to the outside. So once the referee restores order and instructs Cody to go to the outside, he goes to the outside, but immediately tags himself in by slapping Punk's back. Punk isn't mad. He goes out back and he does the same, slapping Cody harder. Cody does it again, but this time slaps Punk upside the back of their head. And this causes them to start fighting themselves. In which Braun goes where is it at? Cody, they start having a shoving match, and the ref gets Punk to go out of the ring. But as Punk finally gets forced to go outside, Braun has regained himself, and he tags himself out, so that Punk and Cody have to start fighting. Cody and Punk wrestle each other and go through some stuff. Cody throws Punk to the ropes. Punk reverses it. Cody jumps through and turns it into a disaster kick that has both men down. But as he went for the disaster kick, Braun was able to tag himself in. Braun slowly steps in the ring with a grin on his face with both men down. He immediately goes for Cody and throws him to the outside. He exits the ring on the opposite side and sprints around the ring to hit Cody with a super spear. Heyman instructs him to go back in the ring. Braun enters, but as he stands up, he is hit with a standing high kick to the head. Punk collapses and Braun drops to his knees. Punk pulls himself up to his knees, and him and Braun start exchanging right hands slowly as they're both exhausted. They both get to their feet, still throwing right hands. Braun gets the advantage as he does a knee to the gut. He hits the ropes, ducks under a clothesline, hits the ropes again, and spear. Cover, 1, 2, kick out. Braun is furious. He grabs the ref by the collar and backs him into the corner, yelling at him. Heyman gets on the apron and tries to calm him down. As this happens, Cody is getting up on his hands and knees on the outside. But before he can get up, curb stomp. The camera pans up to reveal it is Austin Theory. CM Punk is fighting to get back to his feet. Heyman points back to him, and Braun turns around, hits the ropes once, twice, and a third time to gain as much momentum as possible before hitting Punk with another spear, and he covers him 1, 2, 3. Austin Theory enters the ring to handbreaker the World Heavyweight title as Paul Heyman holds his hand in the air as Braun Breaker as your new world champion. End show.
Time. Now that is what I call down to the wire, James.
I had a freaking masterpiece.
I know, but you know about the time constraints, right? You know,
Royal Rumble is
it's 25. You know, it's a 25-minute time limit with a 5-minute overtime. You know this. You've done this 21 times.
Royal Rumble's impossible.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, but I can't make it easy. It's not my job. Right, gents, my fellow judges, what is your score for Jimmy's TV? Not the pay-per-view, just the TV. We do a 5-star system, by the way, Albert. Well,
Captain, you're here, or longer than I am, so I'll let you go first.
Cap, go.
Well, I love the fact pushing Asuka, the twin switch, a la Dusty Rhodes. I gave you a plus for that. No DQ, lazy booking. A plus. Love the heel booking with the Vision battering Cody. Really dug that. A negative. Lazy booking for Dom as a number 1 entrant. That could have been told far better. Could have had a far better story to get to that spot. Another negative. Never. Plus.
I didn't hear what he said.
I didn't hear that at all.
You cut out after negative.
Yeah. No, can't hear you, mate.
His microphone's out.
Mike's out, lad. Right, Cap, hold your hand up. 1 to 5 stars for the TV booking. 3 stars. Thank you very much. Albert, shoot.
I was going to say mine was 4. I liked the Chelsea Green bit. I thought that was great. I like the idea.
And I'm assuming you like the Battle Royals.
Well, I was going to say 4 sets of Battle Royals. I mean, Jimmy's really speaking my language here. That's right up my alley. So you're going to keep throwing Battle Royals in my face. I'm going to eat it up. I really liked the idea with Braun and Cody and Punk. I like how you kind of got around to that. There could have been a lot of different ways, but the idea of putting that into a triangle match is something that I don't even think I would have even thought of. It was pretty smart working. I wasn't a big fan of the whole Nikki Bella situation because I didn't like her winning the championship in the first place. I did like the story that it did tell, though. It really made her and Brie look pretty shitty at the end there, though, with Stephanie beating the shit out of both of them. But I do like the week-to-week booking was really well done. I'm going to say that I'm going to give it a 4.
Okay, well, I'm also going to give you 4 stars, Jim. I really, really, really like the fact that you did a triangle match. In an era of triple threats, when nobody does triangle matches anymore, to do a triangle match was brave, it was smart, and I liked it. I enjoyed what you did with Nikki and Stephanie. I thought it was good, but please stop calling it a corkscrew moonsault. It is a sky twister press.
I went with
always
what
been
the
a sky
page
twister
told
press. It will always be a sky
the
twister
fandom
press.
page told me
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. But going to keep it short and sweet. 4 stars. Really good TV book. I know you're pressed for time, but you did well. I'm surprised you included SmackDown, but knowing you had to have Cody on the show,
yes,
made sense. Really enjoyed what you did with the Vision, and I will get to the next part in a minute. Right, Cap, Royal Rumble, 1 to 5 stars.
I don't get to.
Yeah, you got it. Your mic's on. His mic's back on.
Yeah,
Your mic's back. No,
Okay.
We're moving on. Royal Rumble, 1 to 5 stars. You can break it down, but
I'm going to give the Royal Rumble. I'm going to give it 4 stars. Double indemnity with Nick on the triangle. Love Gunther. Enjoyed the R-Truth. Never book Clubfoot Strowbeard in my presence again.
It was to put over Obafemi as a big bad man. That's literally it.
Right.
He's not back. It was a one-time appearance.
And I liked your finish for the main event. Like, great booking. That was the best thing you did. Was the main event of the Rumble. That was excellent. I loved it.
You would have loved the entire thing. Honestly, it was.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 4 stars as well. I did really enjoy both of the Royal Rumble matches. I really liked the idea of Liv being turned on. I thought that was clever. It's storytelling device. I kind of thought that I saw where you were going to go with this, and you went completely in the opposite direction of where you were going to go, which I give you credit for. Sometimes Swerve is good, sometimes it isn't, and this one was a good one. I love everything you did with Dom, except for the fact that you keep making Dom beat up all my favorite wrestlers, and I don't like it. And I can't even give you 5 stars because of you making him throw out Chris Jericho and making him throw out Finn Balor on the same Royal Rumble. That is not fair. That is not fair. But yeah, I do like Gunther being the winner. I really thought you were going to go with Sami Zayn. I was surprised that you had Gunther as your winner. Really, really well done.
Okay. All right, Jim, I'm not going to be so nice.
That's fine.
Because you went into your overtime for the first time.
No, I've been over overtime before.
Yeah, but you used all but 2 seconds of your overtime for the first time. And I did say, if you use your overtime, it's going to go against your score, so you're only getting 3 stars. It would have been 4, but I'm deducting 1 for the fact that you used the entire 5-minute overtime. And due to the fact that you didn't consider time constraints, I didn't even get to hear half the one of the Rumbles.
I know. I hate it. But buddy,
however,
45 minutes yesterday.
However, men's Rumble, were you at 45 minutes yesterday?
I had to cut so much out.
Oh, dear. I'll have to get to listen to the full version of that at some point. Right, yes. So, 3 stars. Really good show. Loved the triangle match. Absolutely adored what you did there. Breaker winning. Fantastic. Austin Theory being the man under the mask, which is what I think it is anyway. Great. Oba showing off in the Rumble. I enjoyed that. Dom not winning the Rumble. Well done, Jimmy. Liv not winning the Rumble. Well done, Jimmy.
What was Albert's score, just so I can keep the tally correct?
Albert gave him 4 stars.
Real quick on the Stephanie Vaquero program, believe me, I don't like the idea of giving Nikki and Brie any grace here. But the idea was to use a legend in a way that helps Stephanie Vaquero get to the next level. So she got shysted, and then she overcame both of them to make her look stronger than she was prior.
Yeah, you Vinced her.
And that was the idea. So
Yavinsta, which perfectly fine. I enjoyed it.
like
Also,
Yavinsta.
I tend to agree because Stephanie, as much as I love her as a wrestler, the language barrier is a really hard thing to get past in professional wrestling. And I think unless they use people like you just use Nikki to get her to that next step, she's never going to make it.
Also, Carmella showed up in my women's rumble.
Oh, okay. That would have been cool. Right. So, Cap, total scores for Jim.
So 3.5 from Cap, 3 from Nick, 4 from Albert, for a cumulative of 3.5 out of 5.
Okay. And that is total, including the booking and the TV?
Yes, that's it was 3 for TV, 4 for pay-per-view, which would have come out.
You want the total of all the points together?
Yes.
22 out of
22 divided by
you.
3. So that's 7.3.
22 out of 30. So
22 out of 30 is fine. We don't need to go for the actual accurate star rating. 22 out of 30 is fine.
22 out of 30. All right.
Right. Harry, are you ready?
Yeah.
My friend, what happened there? The floor is yours. First time contender. Right, Jim, stop doing that. Okay, research. And 3, 2, 1. Your 25 minutes start now.
Okay. AJ and Dragon Lee get their rematch because they lost to Fraction prior week, but they get this week and they lose, and they put over the champs. And during the ad break, we got them like AJ saying, "Sorry, we lost." Dom goes, "Man, you're not. Man, you guys are losers, man. I'm happy at your last year. You're not even worth retiring. I ran Cena out of all. You're not even worth it." And Dragon Lee's like, "He's not worth it." And Dom goes, Gunther, I retired Cena, and I'm going to dominate the Royal Rumble. And Brock comes out and goes, "You got to go for me if you want to win the Rumble." Then Gunther pushes him really hard, and it looks like it's going to be easy. And during all this, Judgment Day goes, "No, I was really inspired by Riv's speech. We need to make ourselves stronger. So everyone's looking for gold. Finn says, I'm going to look for myself for some gold." Then the main event, World Heavyweight title, Punk versus Breaker. At any moments, Braun goes for a spear. Punk jumps. He hits the ring post. Barry wins it with a roll up and retains the title. Braun and Vision are mad. Jimmy and Roman and Jay come out to help beat up the Vision. And afterwards, Finn attacks Punk for the world title to end the show. The world title. And then Punk wants Finn at the next week on Raw. Punk wants Finn for the world title. He goes, "I don't want to face this Finn. Dom's whip boy. I want the 2016 Finn, not a weak link." And Dom comes in and tries to help, but he goes, "I don't need help. I can do this." But and then we get a recap from last week where Gunther said he was making fun of Grande Americano because his friend Kaiser couldn't be on the show because of him. So they have a match this week. Gunther wins. And we get AJ. Sorry, and we get the backstage segment. AJ and Dragon Lee talking, and Bronson bumps into him, and he goes, "Watch where you're going," and then we get, and AJ gets mad. He goes, he challenges him for a spot. Loser cannot enter the Rumble match this year. In main event, AJ wins via Bloodline distraction. Reed is out. And Raquel wins a multi-women match to face back here at the Rumble. Stressed out. And we get the third of it. SmackDown recap a little bit will be Drew and Cody at the time rematch, but Jacob and Orton interfered. And they just got no contest. And the next week, Aldis does a no contact rule. And Aldis announced a steel cage match. Every SmackDown superstar is banned from the Rumble, banned from the match. And this will be the final match in their series. And we get Vaquero versus Roxanne Perez. During this, it was a ruse, so Judgment Day, Liv and Raquel injure Vaquero, and Raquel does like the Brock Walk, and like injures her knees, so she can't even do the Devil's Kiss. And then Dom goes, "Hey man, like what about?" He goes, "What about Grande Americano?" He goes, "Joining Judgment Day." And he goes, "No, Finn goes, "No, we're in a rebuilding period. We're all looking for gold right now. We don't need any weak links." Dom gets mad, but Liv calms him down. And we get a contract signing Finn and Punk. Punk comes out with 2. He goes, "You can have 1, me versus you, and prove that you're the best by leaving Judgment Day and backstage, or you can have 1 with me versus you with Judgment Day ringside. You can be your chance of being world champion is greater, but you'll still be Dom's whipping boy." And then Dom goes, come on, you know the right answer, and Finn signs the no Judgment Day at ringside. And Dom goes, "Why you did that? Because I need to prove myself." And we get Rumble promos throughout the week. We get Rumble promos. We get like those 90s Rumble. I'm sorry. Then we get so Asuka won the Intercontinental title on week 1. Maxine, after post-match, Natalya injured Maxine, and then she's all with the debut in Julia and the Kabuki Warriors, and then second week she gave her the tag titles. Asuka gave her tag title. Then the third week, Asuka gives Kairi a match against Nikki Bella. And during the match, Nikki and Kairi have like a good match, but Kairi keeps getting interrupted by Asuka. It's like, you need to do this, and she goes, "I got it." And then, but Nikki wins via roll up, rolls out of the ring, and like Asuka's just mad at her. And then we get and during all the weeks of the build too, we get like a broken clock intro, and then during a tag match with Gunther and commentary, LA Knight and Ray versus Judgment Day, we see a malfunction broken clock intro, and LA Knight's what the heck? But Dom knees him out of the ring, 619 to Ray, and pins him 1, 2, 3. Judgment Day wins. And during all this, we have Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee during the build, but of week 1, then AJ Lee won, and she's continuing her, "Can I beat Becky? Can I beat Becky?" And during the multi-man match, woman match, we have AJ Lee. We hear her music, but Becky attacked her, and when Punk was checking on her, Finn attacked Punk. And then the next week, Braun, and then Pierce has suspended Becky till Rumble. And then also on the second week, we got Braun and Braun blames Roman for his loss at the first Raw, and he spears Roman through like a window door, and they're both out. And then we get a 6-person tag on week 3. Raquel, Bailey, and Lyra versus
10 minutes gone, Harry.
Versus Judgment Day. She puts her in the Brock Rock. She's watching her team lose to Judgment Day. And then we get, and so now the main event will be AJ and Dragon Lee and Punk versus Judgment Day. Build up the Rumble match, and suddenly AJ's about to hit the Pele kick. Dom moves out of the way, hits Punk, and Dom kicks AJ out of the way, and Finn coup de grace to pin Punk, and then they celebrate, and suddenly we see like a huge brawl coming out. They're like, oh my god, these people cannot wait for the Royal Rumble. And like Brock comes out with Gunther, and they're just brawling, and LA Knight BFTs Brock to end the show. And now my Rumble. Women's Rumble, we get Rhea and Charlotte starting off, then number 3, Kairi Sane, and then number 4, Ivy Nile, 5, Kiana James, she was first out, and so on. Jordan Grace, Blake Monroe, Asuka number 8, Julia number 9, Alexa switches her number with Robert Vicarious so she can save Charlotte from Kabuki Warriors. And number 11, Nikki Bella. Number 12, Brie Bella. Nikki was about to eliminate Asuka, but Kairi took the hit, pushes her and took the hit instead, and Asuka just yelled at her. She goes, "What are you doing? You're messing this up." And Brie enters, and we get like during all this, number 25, Becky Lynch enters. She sneaks attack AJ Lee, and she is going to eliminate her, but reverses it, and Becky's out real quick, and Becky's like all shocked. She's like, can I? And shows like a temper tantrum, and then we have Paige return in this Rumble, and we have like Lash ragdolling the little female wrestlers, and so let's move on with the final 4 of the Women's Rumble. We have Rhea, Rio, Tiffany, and Liv. Rhea accidentally takes out Io. Tiffany gets taken out by Rhea, and Liv eliminates Rhea to win the Rumble. And now the Women's World Title match, Raquel just dominating Becker, but then Judgment Day is in ringside, and Finn accidentally elbows Dom, and Dom's like, "What did you do that, man?" And they start pushing each other. Raquel's distracted. Poison Rana on Raquel, and roll up to win, and they all mad, and Finn just leaves in anger. And Drew versus Cody and Steel Cage. Good match, I would give it. But Cody's about to win, but then we see earlier tonight we saw Drew and Paul Heyman shake hands. And then so we saw Logan like punch Cody in the face falls back. Drew wins with Future Shock. It was Future Shock on the chair to win, and he goes, he's been screwing me out till matches. Why that's why I give him a taste of his own medicine. And Punk versus Finn. A good match, but Punk wins with a reverse GTS from 1916. Post match, Finn feels bad, apologizes to Judgment Day, and he goes, and Liv goes, "No, I really like what you said, Finn. I was inspired by you. We don't need weak links." And Judgment Day beat up Finn and kick him out of the group. The Men's Rumble starts it off with Braun, Breakker, and Sami Zayn. El Grande Americano. 4, Rey Fenix. 5, AJ Styles. 6, a surprise entrant from Maven. Gets the first one out. And number 7, Dominic Mysterio. Number 8, Dragon Lee. Number 9, we hear El Grande's music again by Zoji on the Americano. He goes, El Impostor! And he pulls his mask. And it's revealed to be El Grande, a Mexicano! And Dom's like, come on, guys, let's work together. And they both get eliminated. And so on. MFT come out when Solo comes out of the Rumble. But then number 12, the returning Penta comes out to help the ABC Richard Bros reunion, and they take out MFT and eliminate Solo. And next we get like Ray, Gilia, Bronson Reed, Richie tosses Akira through the window and takes his number. He goes, thanks for the number, mate. Better luck next year. And then we get Jay, LA Knight, Carmel Hayes, Trick Williams. 20, Brock, he goes on one name, Blurry. Braun goes to spear AJ, but AJ jumps forward and hits Dom. Dom rolls outside the ring. And number 26, number 24, Ethan Page, Javon Evans. Javon does like spots, like he jumps around so Brock can't grab him and stuff. 26, Roman Reigns. Braun gets under the ropes and starts brawling with him. And we get number 27, Gunther. He immediately eliminates Brock. He goes, all right, I'll get you next, son. I'll get you, don't worry. And number 28, Damian Priest. Number 29, Randy Orton. Javon does like a back flip from Randy's shoulders into an RKO. Javon's out. Number 30, we hear as the countdown goes down, we hear Jericho's intro. Break the wall down! Jericho comes out and eliminates Priest. LA Knight goes, oh, you were the one who caused my match. And they just start brawling. And then Braun gets speared by Roman and gets eliminated by Roman. Gets eliminated by Roman. Fought 2, eliminates Roman from the Rumble. Shocked. And Roman and Braun just brawl to the back. And Orton kind of sneaks up right behind him, goes for RKO, reverses it. Orton gets eliminated by Jacob. Jericho reverses the Judas effect into the BFT. LA Knight eliminates Jericho. Gunther eliminates LA Knight. And the final 3, Gunther, Jacob, and AJ, they both had a good match in the match. But but Gunther keeps powerbombing Jacob, and throws him out. And Jake goes up for a phenomenal form. Chop! Powerbomb, hurricanrans him out, and we hear AJ Styles music because he won the Rumble. But then we see a 619, and Dom's still in, and like, Dom's never out. And he's celebrating, but he's going to throw him out. But AJ reverses it and throws out Dom of the Royal Rumble. And AJ Styles wins the Royal Rumble as we see Dom like freaking out. And he immediately points at CM as the show goes out. So yeah, that's pretty much my show.
Okay. Well, you only used 18 minutes, Harry. You had plenty of time, so well done. You didn't go into your overtime, so you don't have to worry about score deductions. Right, lads. Jimmy, you look like you fell asleep. You muted, Jim.
No, I'm listening.
I thought you fell asleep.
No.
I was going to say it's not very championship contender material.
No, I was listening the whole time.
Good job, Harry. One, I'm a big AJ Styles fan. So I like the fact that AJ Styles just won a Royal Rumble because he's never won a Royal Rumble. So that's always a winner. I dislike the fact that Jacob Fatu just got the absolute snot kicked out of him by Gunther.
Well,
I don't like it. You're allowed to do what you want to do. Doesn't mean I have to like it.
Right.
Thoroughly enjoyed your Women's Rumble. Liv is a sensible winner. I like what you did with Dom at the end because it's still Dirty Dom sneaking in, but he still didn't win because you're a big AJ Styles fan. I understand that. The world title was interesting, would be the word that I would use. So for your TV build-up, I liked your TV build-up. Your TV build-up was short. It was concise, but it got all of the details in that we needed to hear. I'm going to give you 2.5 stars. Because you didn't, for me, you went through it very fast, but you didn't really lay out a story. You just kind of, well, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's just people book in different ways, and I just prefer storytelling. So I'm going to give you 2.5 stars for your weekly TV. Albert? Muted, mate.
Yep, there we go. Okay, I was trying to find the unmute button on me. Good job, Harry. I like the listen, you're never going to get a complaint from me for putting Finn Balor in a world title situation. I do like the idea of him.
I thought you might.
Yeah, I'm listen. You got to play to the strengths, right? I mean, he's a smart guy. Jimmy actually did the exact opposite and like screwed over all my favorite guys. So you know. So, but yeah, I do like. But I did like the story that was being told. I don't like Finn being kicked out of the Judgment Day, but that's the Royal Rumble. That wasn't the weekly build-up. I thought the weekly build-up was good. I liked the stories that were being told, at least that you were trying to tell with each of the titles. I like that you kind of just go with the status quo. You kind of pushed around and kind of gave different people the rub. I thought it was really good. I'm going to give you 3 stars for your TV.
Cap.
Yeah.
I have to say, I like the Finn booking. I enjoy pushing AJ pre-retirement tour. WWE is known for screwing up retirement tours, so maybe they'll take a hint and actually give AJ the one he likes. Pushing Asuka, really like that. Jimmy did the same. My main complaint with your television, far too little attention to the main event players.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was trying to get time.
You don't have to apologize, Harry. Cap's a miserable old git.
I am miserable and I am old. I'm not. I get.
Hey, you're younger than me. I'm allowed to say these things.
In booking, your top 2-3 matches, that's what draws the money. Your main event players draw your money. Overall, your TV, I'm giving you 2.5 out of 5. I like that it was concise. It was on time, but I wish you would have paid far more attention to the guys who are drawing you money than the guys who aren't. Apart from that, good job.
Okay, right. Moving on to your Rumbles, Harry. One, I cannot stress this enough. I was an AJ Styles fan before AJ Styles was famous.
I was.
I've been watching AJ since he was in Air Raid in WCW, since he was Air Styles, before he was even AJ Styles. That boy is the greatest wrestler of his generation, and other than the 5 world championships, WWE have never really given him his due. I'm hoping they do. So the fact that you made AJ win the Royal Rumble, which is something that I have wanted for the past 10 years, means you get some bonus points. So I'm going to give you 4 stars for your Rumble, just on AJ alone. Right? Liv winning, sensible decision. She's probably going to win the Royal Rumble this year anyway, so I can see that works. I actually really like what you did with kicking Finn out of the Judgment Day, because it kind of goes with my mental theory of what's going to happen with Finn. Don't look at me like that, Jim.
You were going to have to deduct points from me for making Liv win.
No. I said Albert was going to deduct points from you for making Liv win. All right, not me. All right. Anyway, Harry only used 18 minutes, Mr. 31 minutes.
I like to be detailed with story, Mr. I like story.
All right, this is true.
I'm Mr. Candy.
This is true. Right, but yeah, so you're going to get 3.5 stars for me for your Rumble, Harry. Albert.
I did like the Rumbles. I was very surprised with the people you had at the end there, which was a little surprising to me. Liv winning is never going to play to me. That's not going to be my strength. But I do understand the idea, and I'm being imbalanced and I'm going to be partial and unbiased, and I'm going to not
to their first final 2 in the Royal Rumble.
And look, I get it. I think that the story was told well. Even if it doesn't end the way that I like it to, doesn't mean that the whole ride wasn't to get there wasn't good. I like I was interested in the men's Royal Rumble. I did like the tease with Dom at the end, that almost the Santino Marella spot at the end. Yeah, which is it's a nice little callback. I'm sorry, I came up that the week when they had that Battle Royal, when it was going to face Punk at Saturday Night's Main Event, and they did it kind of, but not save it for the end. It's always a good spot for a heel to come back in. I always like them being dastardly and sneaky. It's always fun for me. I thought it was a good, it was a solid Rumble. I'm going to give you both grades the same. I'm going to go with a 3.
Okay. Cap.
All right. Again, on the Rumble, I have to praise your Judgment Day booking. Absolutely loved what you did with this faction from your TV, the Rumble. Loved how you did the booking there. I gave Jimmy a double negative on one thing. I have to give you a double. The Cody Drew thing, because you didn't give me anything in your TV that much. This felt like sort of a Vince McMahon Rumble where he just throws a world title match into the Rumble just for the sake of it.
You love cage matches, Cap.
I love cage matches, but you need to have a reason to have a match. You need to have a reason to have a cage. Cody Drew, I like the idea of Cody Drew, but it felt very thrown together for the sake of throwing it together. Now I have to qualify this. I gave you a double negative for that. I gave you a double plus for your Rumble booking. Jimmy, he kicked your ass in booking his Rumble. Shorter, but I absolutely loved the near twist ending at the end with Dom. I loved how you booked your Rumble. I'm not a big Rumble fan, but I loved how you booked that. So your Rumble, I'm giving you a 3.
The more I have you on here as a judge, the more I question you. What do you mean you're not a big Rumble fan?
I wasn't going to say anything, but
it's the best match of the year, Captain.
Every year, yep.
I'm more a Battle Royal fan than a Royal Rumble fan.
Now you're just trying to suck up to Albert.
But you have to. Even the greatest of matches can be booked atrociously, but I liked how you booked this Rumble.
This is true.
So I gave you a 2 out of 5 on your TV. I'm giving you a 3 out of 5 on your Rumble.
Okay, total score, please. Whoever was tabulating.
All right. So we have 2.5, 3, 2.5 on the TV. That's 8. 3.5 plus 3 plus 3. That gives Henry 17.5 out of.
Jimmy got 22.
2 out of 30.
Right. Harry, I'm sorry to tell you that and still the Wrestling With Your Thoughts fantasy booking heavyweight champion of the world
It's a conspiracy.
The Drip King himself.
I'll play over new talent.
Just Jimmy. He's the forever champ. 22
Look at
and
that, busting it off.
22-0. It is Jimmy. Jimmy, what have you got to say?
I've surpassed The Undertaker. That means I'm greater than The Undertaker at this point when it comes to the history of professional wrestling.
Oh, sweet Mother Mary, weeping Jesus on the cross.
As honestly, nobody's better. To take from Cannon, nobody better. Who better? Nobody. That's why the boy from YouTube ain't answering no challenges. He knows better. He get his ass.
I have to say, I'm just going to have a quick rant. Adam Blompier, if you're watching this,
you suck, bro.
I have been trying to contact you for 3 months. I have emailed you. I have messaged you on Instagram. My very, very wealthy friend has even offered to pay your fee. And yet you have blanked me. This is the gentleman that I want you to compete against fantasy booking in. This is Jimmy. This is a man who has beaten 21 contenders. This is a man, 22 contenders now. Sorry, Harry, you're now included in that list.
Actually, 21. He faced me twice. Well, actually, 3 times. If you
that doesn't matter. It still counts, right? Royal Rumbles are Royal Rumbles. WrestleMania main events are WrestleMania main
Shawn
events.
Michaels twice apiece and Kane 3.
Victories are victories. He's now 22-0-1 at fantasy booking. I have to add that because Cap will go yell at me if I don't. Right, Harry, I'm going to stick you up. Did you enjoy yourself, mate?
I did. I never did this before. This is my first time. Got a little nervous. By the way, I did challenge Blompier like years ago. He never beat me too. So.
Nah, no, this is the thing. I've been trying to get him to wrestle. I've been trying to get him to compete against Jimmy for the better part of 4 months, and he has completely blanked me. I was even going to pay the man, and he still completely blanked me because I truly believe he's the best fantasy booker in Britain, and I truly believe Jimmy is the best fantasy booker on his coast in America. All right, it would have been an epic battle. It would have been 2 hours because it was going to give them 45 minutes each. But yeah, I had big ass plans for the Blompier match.
That's what I need is time.
Big ass plan.
Harry, keep your chin up. You surprised me. You did some good things. I think a little more practice and work.
It's never easy to come on here and face Jimmy. The man crushes everybody he comes up against. He's a very concise storyteller, which he knows I always like. You did your best. You put up a good effort. And for one, as I said, you made AJ Styles win the Royal Rumble. This is a good thing. This is always going to be a good thing.
This is a good thing.
Pissed off Albert by kicking Finn Balor out of the Judgment Day, which is another bonus.
Why is it always a bonus when people piss me off? I don't understand.
Because you're an actor, Albert. You ham it up. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
To be fair, I didn't really piss you off because I didn't kick Finn Balor out of the Judgment Day.
You did that, and Liv Morgan didn't win your Royal Rumble either. I mean, that was really,
Dom and Liv are the ones.
You booked Nia Jax twice and Clubfoot Strowbeard, so
I use what we have.
I didn't
use the PP man.
Right, Jim. Now, as you had informed us earlier on in the week, due to real life constraints, you are not going to be available on YouTube as regularly as we would like to see you. No. So for anyone viewing that doesn't know or hasn't paid attention to Twitter, the Friday Nitro review is dead in the water. It is unfortunate, but I have to give Jimmy a little bit of information. It was going to be dead in the water in the next 2 weeks anyway, mate.
Yeah.
Because I haven't got access to Nitro anymore.
Why?
Because the guy I have on YouTube had the entire of 1995, and then his channel got shut down.
Oh.
And he had 96.
I was going to have a hard time finding it as well because it's going off Peacock, and they've yet to say where it's going to go. So I'm like kind of pissed.
I have not heard that. They're taking the library off the cock.
Yeah. Yes. So the only thing that's going to be on Peacock from going forward, I think, is the NXT pay-per-views.
And Saturday Night's Main Event.
And they have not announced that it's going on to Netflix at all.
Is it confirmed?
So.
Yeah, so it's completely confirmed, right? But it's not confirmed where it's going to go. And if I'm WWE, if I want people to shut up about paying a lot more money, either A, drop either drop it all in the vault or give me a streaming service like the network back with it all on there, or put it all on ESPN, because people are
just have
pissed
a
they're paying
WCW
all
vault,
that
honestly.
money for ESPN and they're not getting a lot out of that deal. They're just getting the PLEs. I would say put that all on
That's the thing,
ESPN.
right? For me, it's not so bad with WWE because we get Netflix. Everything's on Netflix. But
Yeah,
the
you guys are
Vault's
lucky.
not. Yeah, but the Vault's not. We had
Yes,
the
I
best,
hate that.
You got to realize, Albert, we had the best version of the WWE network in the UK. The search function was brilliant.
Oh no,
Everything
we
worked.
had it too.
We had access.
We had it too.
No. Your search functionality is trash.
No.
I use the American version of that.
No, hold on. When we had the WWE app, we had the
Or
same
you could
thing.
just be me and have everything on VHS in your closet.
Yeah.
That
That's
too.
when the functionality became difficult. But when we had the WWE app, we had that all what you
Yeah,
had.
yeah.
Okay, so we
I
all
still
have
think
the
they should just do a
WWE network.
YouTube Vault.
We all have the WWE network. The YouTube Vault is good, but there's not enough on it. The WCW channel is good, but they just put random things up in random orders.
Put it
Yeah.
all on.
It's
there.
like just
Yeah.
drop a Nitro playlist year by year. Drop a Thunder playlist, even though no one's going to watch Thunder, right?
Yeah, well,
No,
I
people
would watch old Saturday nights before I would watch Thunders.
bro, I watch
Yeah.
Thunders.
The
Thunder's
motherfucker,
hilarious.
baby. 605 Ethan, baby, on the TBF.
Nitro with one match. It's great. Usually a Bret Hart match. Say again, Harry.
I have never watched an episode of Thunder.
You are
Nor
missing
should you.
You're not missing anything, honestly, mate.
Maybe the first
Bret Hart,
month
but
of Thunder
usually
in
Bret Hart
January of
versus
97. January
Bret
97.
Hart versus
Yeah.
Booker T, followed
Thank you,
by a
Ronald.
load of Nitro recap.
Thank you, Ronald.
Oh.
Everybody just has this crazy thought that WCW was just atrociously bad from one point to the very end, but there
No, it
was a
wasn't.
lot of stuff.
That's
in
not
there
true.
sprinkled
There was
that
always-
really good.
There were always little tiny
Right.
things that you could find on there that were good. That's I
I
will
was a
admit that.
WCW kid. I grew up on WCW because I didn't have access to WWF. Right? Because I live in the UK and I lived in Australia. And in Australia, it was really easy to get old WCW, not easy to get old WWF unless you had satellite. Which we didn't. We weren't rich. But the simple fact is, WCW was a fantastic promotion that should never have gone out of business. The only reason it went out of business is because a bitter old pervert decided to buy the company and shut it down. Instead of doing what he should have done, which is letting Paul Heyman and Eric Bischoff buy the goddamn thing and turn it into something good.
Listen. That is not even true. The only reason why it went out of business is because they could not get TV. They got taken. AOL Time Warner said they did not want them on TV anymore. Without TV, it's not a company, and that's why Bischoff pulled out.
This
Because
is true.
Bischoff would have bought the company with Fusion Media. He 100% was ready for it, and once they pulled out and they pulled the deal, even WWE, when WWE originally was interested in buying it, Bruce Pritchard even said it. He said, we wanted that because we wanted a time slot. It was worth every penny that they wanted for it for that time slot. Then they said, you don't have the time slot anymore. They're like, all right, fine. I guess we'll buy it for the library.
Anyway,
That's it.
I just thought this is not the Positively Awesome Wrestling podcast. This is not, in your opinion,
Bischoff
this
would
is
have
Wrestling
been
with Thoughts.
around anyway.
I'm sorry. This is what happens when you get wrestling fans together.
We did it again. We did it again. We got sidetracked. Jimmy, congratulations. Well done for your 20-second defense. It has been a pleasure. I have an honest, simple question for you, mate. Are you going to retire the title? Or are you going to be able to defend this again in the future?
I mean, if you come to me and I have some amp time to get it involved, like the time allowed to do it, I'll do it. It's just a matter
I'm
of time.
considering coming out of retirement, but it's going to be a few months.
Yes.
I gotta some
Cap
personal
wants to
stuff.
challenge you again.
Gotta get taken care of in the next few months. But
I'm thinking March.
I'll
Too
put it.
early.
I'll put it this way. I'll know later this week how much time I will truly have.
Okay.
I like
if
it.
you
All
need
right,
a
no worries.
thread,
More than welcome, Happy. I'll have you on next time, Harry.
Maybe Harry can be a judge next time for us.
Yeah, happily.
given the most recent 5 minutes, Nick, like a death of WCW thing would be just awesome just to chat about because I've got multiple ideas and theories.
Well, when we go off the air, in fact, you know what? I'll just sign off and then we can do it.
Later.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. This has been Wrestling with Your Thoughts. Ronald,
Toodles.
always a pleasure. Harry, thank you so much for being Jimmy's challenger. It was a pleasure meeting you, mate. Meeting you in person digitally as opposed to just meeting you in a chat box. All right. We'll see you next time. Love you all. Enjoy wrestling. Peace.
Toodles.
Toodles.